Hey, how's it going? Welcome back. Oh no, that sucks. Hey man, how's it going? Jeez, hi guys. How's it going? You know, I actually have one already. I just I never really use it. I've got a bunch of people on there from our Kickstarter games and stuff, but it's a pretty quiet joint. It people only kind of go on there to talk to us if they've got a problem with one of the games. So it's not a super fun place to hang out, and I don't really know how to help that. I don't really have the time or the wherewithal really to make it more enjoyable, I don't know, it's weird. It's specifically set up for people to come and talk about games, but nobody really wants to do that, it seems, so it makes it hard to kind of keep it going. So I don't know. If you've got suggestions, I'm open. Well, I mean, you're all invited. If more people go on there, I'll probably be more likely to actually use it and talk to people on there. So you can find my Discord on Arcandio.com and VoidSpiral.com, both, I think. So try Arcandio.com. It should be pretty easy to find on the social media section of that. Yeah, it's you go to arcandio.com, it's the 4th link under the Fangtail picture. The Discord icon. That's us. I haven't had it open for a long time, so I'm sure there's plenty of stuff sitting there waiting for me. Abandonware. That's actually more recent than I thought it would be. Sounds about right. Par for the course. Or wouldn't what I title the channels be dependent on like what content we expect to have in each one? That motherfucker. That's how you can tell that people are paying attention to you, is when you start getting spam. I feel like maybe I should make somebody a mod, just so that I can not fuck with that. Okay. Where'd he go? He's gone. How I mod you. Go mod icon. No. Maybe if I here. Mod user, there we go. Wow, look, I have a mod, you guys. That's cool. Woo! Thanks, man. Hey, jeez, it's the whole goddamn team. This is awesome. Hair tufts. Good braids always have a tuft at the end. Oh, come on. What? Stop it. I don't know what that did, but hopefully it didn't break anything. I accidentally switched to the fill bucket tool instead of the eraser tool, so hopefully one of these layers isn't completely fucked now. The character is kind of shy and has, like, anxiety problems, it sounds like, so she's kind of, like, got that, like, haunted kind of character backstory, sounds like, so I'm trying to articulate that. Okay, let me see if I got all the things that I wanted to do with that one. Oh, man. So I have a confession. I'm thinking about trying to start a webcomic. If it turns out that I've sort of priced myself out of my market for commission illustrations, it seems like a webcomic would be a fun thing to work on in the mornings for a few hours each day. And since I already have kind of a block of time set aside for it, seems like it would be a... My problem with doing webcomics in the past has been like, I don't have the time in the day to set aside to work on that, so it would have to just be like spontaneous, which is like a terrible way to work on a scheduled webcomic type of deal, so... Yeah, it sounds like it's a pretty stressful deal, so I'm in early stages. I'm in talks with myself. Probably, but also it would also be kind of like you could also kind of consider it like advanced access, and you'd probably also, I feel like I would have a hard time not incorporating at least some of the suggestions that people on the stream make. Like, I feel like it would probably at least be partially collaborative accidentally. Yeah, for sure. That's the thing that I'm worried about. Repeated characters that match model every single time are not a skill set that I have quite yet. Plausible. I'm also like, if people on the stream are kind of interested in it, then it could also be kind of a thing where the stream people watching the stream can have like little cameos in the stories too. Right, that's my thing, is like I don't have a good practice methodology. Me and Kakanim, like I think a year ago or something, were like talking about how to set up a new practice methodology, and then I immediately basically dropped mine. So like it seems like a good trick for that. And like I don't know, it's weird. Like it's sort of like anti-imposter syndrome. Like when I think about projects like webcomics and stuff, I kind of think to myself, like, I have all these skills, and I enjoy writing, and I enjoy making characters, and I enjoy, like, detailing out stories, and it seems silly that I've never actually successfully done a webcomic, so... Which character was it? Somebody Are you talking about the ones that that roll through my past work section there? Those are all past commissions that I've done. I was. The one who's speaking. Oh, yeah. Oh. Hi. Back to work. Well, hello there. Yeah, so, like, I feel like we could continue to have this conversation during the stream. It's like a worthwhile area of discussion, I think, and like for like a noodly long-term thing. I saw some people mentioning like you should actually put a marketing budget on your webcomic if you actually want to get anywhere with it, and that seems like a reasonable statement to make. And I just had never really thought about it in terms of like a monthly marketing budget. As a side note, though, that also made me wonder, should I have a monthly marketing budget just for Void Spiral generally, even if I'm not working on a specific project that's like going to be published in the immediate future? What are your thoughts on that, UB? I'm really just noodling on these braids right now, aren't I? Well, I appreciate any assistance that I can get on that, that aspect of the business. Fair point. Fair point. We should discuss that at some point. Yeah, since BBB came up, I don't know when the hell Antum is gonna get finished, so we can kind of talk about that in like a more generalized like Void Spiral business marketing approach. Yeah, me too. I'm not really I don't know where my blind spots are yet as far as the idea of doing as far as doing magic systems are like just they're so vital to making like what Sanderson's laws are? Are you familiar with that term? Okay, so Brandon Sanderson is a writer who's written a ton of huge fantasy novels. When he basically picked up the Wheel of Time series when the original author kind of, I think, got sick and then eventually passed away. But he has his own like Mistborn trilogy, which spawned like 2 other like subsidiary trilogies. He's kind of like the hot shit of the fantasy author community. Besides, like, it's like him and Pat Rothfuss, right? Are the kind of godchildren. But he has this rule where that was sort of turned into what people call Sanderson's laws, which the first of which, or rather, I think the only one of which, is your ability to solve a problem in a story using magic is directly proportional to how well the reader understands the magic. So if you want your magic in your story to not seem like an ass pull, you have to like set up your stories or set up your magic's rules and display how they work. And show them working and intermingling and stuff together so that when you eventually say, oh yeah, this character fixed this problem by using their magic, that it doesn't feel like the writer was just like, yeah, okay, he fixed it because a wizard did it, right? It's like, no, there are very specific rules and laws to my magic system, and the characters have to obey those rules and laws. And it makes for a much more interesting storytelling experience, story experience for the reader, because they feel like they can anticipate what's happening in the story, or like they can at least try to, right? Like they can put the puzzle pieces together and be like, oh, well, this guy has this power and this other guy has this other power, and they're aware of their flaws and weaknesses and stuff. That's like the main one, and then he has like several other kind of descriptive ones that are more like, if you want people to kind of get invested in your magic system, you have to do these other things to make sure like it has flaws and weaknesses, and like limitations are better than flaws and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, it's kind of like so the idea, like the lingo around it is that Sanderson likes hard magic systems, so like magic systems with tons of rules and stuff, whereas like Tolkien's magic is what you would consider a soft magic system. That's a lot. That's a lot to read. Hang on. So in Sanderson's terminology, that kind of falls into like both the limitation and the weakness section, so that you're limited in what magic you can do, is because you need a certain resource, but there's also the possibility that resource can be turned into a weakness, right? Which is good, because then you can rely on that in your story to add conflict. Okay, 923. Where am I at on the other piece? Yeah, that's one of the tough parts, is making sure you stick to how your system works. By the way, I'm really glad this client didn't decide to have me change all of the hair completely. That would have made me sad. Thank you. So, I have two like ideas that I'm pretty comfortable with in terms of writing for a webcomic. One of them I've been kicking around for a long time, and I mean not a long time, like since maybe last year or the year before or something. But I just never got that one off the ground because I started with the writing, and the writing project itself turned into such a humongous undertaking that it kind of it tapered off, right? I got overwhelmed and was like, how am I ever going to get all this done? But actually, you guys kind of made me think about a new option. The past couple of days, we were talking about Fangtail and how much I enjoyed playing her as a character, and I figured that actually that would make a pretty entertaining webcomic because she's such a silly puss and is so like naive about weird things. It seems like it could be fairly entertaining in an episodic way. So that was the kind of the thing that made me go, hey, that might actually work. Because it seems like if the gimmick is like she maybe keeps going through groups of heroes, then I can turn it into kind of an episodic thing where like if I only manage to like produce one chapter, then it sort of makes sense. And if I produce another chapter after that, then it makes sense too, because it's like, oh, she found more heroes to tag along with, except they keep dying on her, kind of thing. And then the cool part that well, see, in this sort of system, or this writing setup, the heroes themselves kind of are less of the important aspect. They're kind of like caricatures of heroes, because I'm personally a little like over the hero archetype of that everybody tends to use, like most of them actually. But the idea would be like that that a lot of these characters are either not really like dead. The teams break up either because people die or because like they just can't hack it anymore. Like basically the villain is winning, right? Like he's this Dark Lord that is Fangtail's master. He's succeeding at taking over the world, and the hero groups are kind of like either giving up or they're just not making it. So like each time there's a new like chapter or something, then I have the opportunity to kind of say, okay, this is a different group of heroes that she's hanging out with now. And then the reader is like, well, what happened to the last guys? And I can be like, well, let's find out. And then I have the opportunity to kind of rope some of those people back in if the readers like some character, and I can introduce more new characters and kind of iterate through the cast. That's definitely likely. Yeah, Fangtail's story is kind of full of a lot of pathos. It's like you really like the you end up like wanting to you end up rooting for her because like she's got kind of a really hard luck case, but it's like also not the same kind of the usual hero's journey story that like every fantasy author has with like the main male character's village and family was killed and now he's got a revenge plot and things aren't as they seem and he has to figure all this stuff out. It's got some similarities to a lot of that, but archetypically it's kind of it seems fairly different and fairly amusing for me personally, which is I think the core feature that it has to have. Well, yeah. I think tropes are tools, and tropes become cliche when they get overused, right? So basically, if it's a tool that everybody's using, then it's got some value. But yeah, it doesn't. They don't last forever. They don't have an infinite shelf life. The other one is much darker, ironically. Like I write a lot of stories, right? And it seems like most of my stories don't have like very deep and twisted like storytelling elements. Like they're usually pretty easy. So yeah, these are the standard, sort of the standard palette that I use for blocking out colors. It's going to be completely different later. Actually, I have no idea what these colors are supposed to be. I forgot what the reference said at the moment. So I'll have to look those up. Naive. That's what I'm trying to say. My a lot of my storytelling tends to have like a naive outlook on the universe, right? Like eventually the good guys win, you know, if bad things happen along the way, then, you know, we can mitigate those things. And sort of the heroes tend to be like good enough people, and if they have flaws, they're not really that big of a deal. And I think that kind of sort of weak sauce storytelling is kind of endemic to how you end up kind of having to work when like the primary component that when the primary output of your storytelling is like somebody's tabletop role-playing game. It's not easy to like articulate big character defining stuff because usually you don't have access to the character, right? Like you're writing the story around whatever character the player is going to eventually play. That's kind of a difficult trick to pull. But like the last time I wrote a full novel, or rather the first time I wrote a full novel, it was pretty naive in its treatment of like problems and stuff. Like there were some big problems and real issues in there, like family problems and like betrayal and societal expectations and stuff like that. But it wasn't. It didn't linger in those things, you know. Like it wasn't hard on the characters. It wasn't like it didn't grab you by the heart and like kind of shake you the way a lot of good writing does. Conversely, I also can't remember the last time I read something fiction that was so good that I felt that way about it. But I know that I've experienced it before. Sanderson's work is pretty like that. Mature. Good. Oh. I have no idea what color any of this is supposed to be. For now, she's gonna have green hair. I gotta look up my, the brief for this so that I can figure out what I'm doing here. Oh, let's see. Curious. Oh, we're still at 49 followers, so we're getting close. And I'm thinking about emotes, but we're not quite there yet. Well, I guess you are a mod now. I touched it while I was saving. Hand check. It was me. I didn't do it. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Don't crash. Oh no. Actually, that was my tablet going out. Fantastic.
Cheers.
See if I can fix it this time. Hey, I appreciate that. That's pretty cool. I didn't even know that. Thank you. Mother... I think I'm cool with it taking some time. Like it's not that big a deal to hit Twitch affiliate as soon as humanly possible, because like I also need to have like a continuous people in chat of 3 per like for like a month. So I don't think it's gonna happen right away. So. Especially if my tablet keeps freaking out on me. You can do it, thing. I believe in you. That's true. That is absolutely true. Awesome. That's one more. One more in the bucket. Okay, what if I try switching to Windows? Will that help? Nothing. God. I'm gonna try something else quick. This might end up looking kind of weird. I have no idea if it'll keep showing the video, but I'm gonna unplug my tablet. Maybe that'll help set it. Okay. Let's see how much shit crashed when I restarted my tablet. Hey! What? What? I think it worked! Hey! Regained control! I bet the pressure sensitivity is completely dead, though. Let's try the... What? I figured it out. Awesome. Now who's a smarty pants? Smarty pants. Now I just get to keep working. I'm not even looking at the right reference right now. That's part of the problem here. Probably, I think. Yeah. Sure. That sounds like a good plan. I think I had that turned off at one point because somebody was trying to... Oh, that's why. I think we had that on because people were like posting links to their art, like stuff that they were working on. So I don't know. I don't know how to mod that, I guess. Any suggestions? I don't know if we need to censor any words, but I mean, I drop F-bombs on the channel. Like, what am I? Why would I just be mean to be like, no, only I can swear, you guys. I don't care that much. I live in the real world. I'm not expecting to like get a YouTube platinum plaque on my wall anytime soon. Unless that bothers you guys, because if that's the case, I was not aware of that. That's a good point. Yeah. Okay, anybody else want to be on the mod team? Hey, thanks for the follow. I think you probably got us over the edge. Oppa! It's still showing up as 49. Where's my dashboard? Update thing. That's true. Yeah, 50 followers. Good job, everybody. Awesome. Thank you, everyone. Okay, not edit stream, doofus. Where's the message? Okay. I do that. Boom. Done. He made it happen. We're taking over the universe, you guys. Okay, back to work before everybody abandons ship. Well, again, yeah, so if you guys have any suggestions about content that you'd like me to have on the channel, then let me know. There's a suggestion box down below. So if you really want me to do requests, or if you want me to do like sketch times, or like do the webcomic thing, or I don't know, anything, let me know. That's the mechanism by which we communicate about the channel. Okay, what's happening now? Okay. No! I lost control of the tablet again. Oh god. So that's how it's gonna be. Okay. Okay. Step 1. Save the shit out of that. Okay. It's gonna go glitchy again. Ready? Now let's see if it. Yep. Wow, okay, so we know how to fix it. It's just a pain in the ass that it does that. Okay. Uh-oh. It's Screamy Times. Hey, it's 9:51. We managed to get to 9 minutes before she woke up and came in here and started yelling at me. Wrong color. So yeah, we're totally I'm gonna name all the emotes after all the pet names that we have for our pets. Because we have a ton of pet names for Ginger. Because she's a lumpus, she's a grumpus, she's a plumpus. She's a crumpet sometimes. And a grumpet. And a lumpet. The ones for Snowy are just going to be screams, more screams, other screams, louder screams. Maybe what I should do is, for real? Well, now all I gotta do is hit the, three users chatting average for 1 month thing, and then I think I can sign up as a affiliate. Oh, kitty. Oh, kitty. Oh, kitty. Kitty. Say hi on the stream, Ginger. Hi on the stream, everybody. Squeeze a puss. See, there's another one. There was a Twitter thread that went around at one point that was like, "Hi, my name is," and it's like a picture of your pet. See, like, okay, yeah, that's not how we usually voice her. That was just me being silly, but like, so that's kind of the reason why I think like hitting 50 followers isn't like kind of the trigger point for Twitch affiliate, because I probably need more than 50 on average, more than 50 viewers, more than 50 followers in order to have an average viewership of 3 or more. Just so that like on any given day that there's just enough people that happen to be able to watch the stream. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I'm willing to let that happen naturally. Keeping my mind open about it. And I really appreciate it because, like, for real, it is way easier for me to work for longer periods of time when I can chat with you guys. No joke. And, like, the other thing is, like, when I get to chat with people, I feel less tired after I do my illustration run for the day. I'm like, more able to... I'm more energized. I got more energy to do the rest of the work that I need to do for the day, which I'm going to need for the next year or so because we're going to be doing... I'm going to be working on the Bridal Builder program update, and it's going to take it out of me. Oh, other suggestion, if you guys want to hear different kinds of music or anything, or you have other ways to get music for the stream that's stream safe, let me know. Thanks, man. There we go. Let's go with Hot Pink. Oh. We got 4 minutes. Let's see if I can get those eyes in. Seems to be a lot of layers in this one this time. I guess there's like 4 or 5 different leather colors for some reason. I could probably collapse that stuff down. Green eyes, sure. This is all dummy colors. I just need to get it blocked in so that I can change stuff to whatever it's supposed to be later. Damn it, there's one other thing. I got 1 minute! Fortunately, it wasn't a hard thing. That's weird. I mean, honestly, some days I'd like to, but the cat has started screaming. That's one thing. that's dealable. The problem is that I have a shit ton of programming to do. And while I have everybody's attention still, I will probably not be streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow's my wife's birthday, so we're gonna like hang out and do all kinds of cool stuff and like wander around Madison and stuff. So I probably won't be on tomorrow morning, but it will definitely be on Monday. I mean, so one of the things that I was thinking about is like if people give a shit about Unity development, I could stream some Unity development and put that on a different channel and then auto host that channel, so that like people who don't care about that don't have to watch it, but and it's not like on the main stream, but anybody who's interested in it could still, keep watching. I bet that would be useful at least for unfinished business, if nobody else. And then I can complain about things. I mean, it's not the worst set of colors. It's probably completely wrong, though. So, like, when I come back Monday, this is probably all going to be very different. Well, anyway. Thank you all for 50 followers and for hanging out on the stream and chatting with me and watching. And I will see you guys probably Monday. Peace.